Hello, everyone. Happy Monday, the day of Muns. This is Leela, and this is the Appy Hour, and this is the pie. And she is already demanding treats because she is the boss. She's the boss of me. See here, listen to that. The pie, the pie, the pie, the pie. Look at that. Did you see that long claw? She went out of her mind. Right on. So today I'm going to be handling some GateVerb. This really cool thing. It is let's get my notes here real quick. So GateVerb. The Leelaverse. Whoops, that's only on my phone. Haha. So I know that it was done. It's that effect that's in Phil Collins' "In the Air Tonight." It's the thing that's in. It's in Peter Gabriel's "Intruder." Kate Bush's "Running Up That Hill." It's in "Let's Dance." It's super cool, right? The first song apparently was "Intruder" to use the gated reverb technique. It was the drums, Phil Collins, and then the vocals were the gated reverb in Kate Bush's "Running Up That Hill." You know that, make it feel, you know? And then it was in Jack and Diane. I think you could catch where it is that it feels like everything, like the verb stops and starts, like breathes, and it's in Money for Nothing. It's in Born in the USA, and apparently it's also in things like Lord, Carly Rae Jepsen, and HIAM. One more for you, my dear. All right, so let's do some hellos. I see everyone, some peeps in here. Of course, Thomas Christ, the magical mod, the legend of Lynx. That's him. Jim Shannon, still a little glassy-eyed today. So listen, right? Ed B. Metal, so nice to see you. It is just awesome to have you back in the crowd again. Easy Herbs is here. Urban. My link tree, this is right over here, and all those other links that Thomas is popping out can be done right there, and you don't even need to worry about it. All right, let's get to work. Let's hop into my iPad, Ilya, and let's get gating. We're going to get gating. Melting into the corner. Here I am, putting on my glasses to look at this tiny stuff. We're going to quickly go to the App Store and just going to show you what this thing is, this GateVerb. GateVerb. You can actually run this standalone. It's fun. One of the main things that's awesome about this is that it is CPU friendly. So you've got this retro 80s thing. You've got pre and post effect filters, so you can really shape the tone tight. You can switch the gate back and forth, so you can actually use it as a regular reverb too, so you can pop it off and pop it on, but you can get that, you can also get this reverse reverb sort of feel, and yeah, you can just use it plain. There's all kinds of really killer little controls. There's a damper, which varies the amount of high frequency damping applied to the tail. As you increase the damping, the reverb effect becomes softer, not as high pitched and wonky. So you can do width, and then you have separate wet and dry levels, which is cool. It's not just a wet dry mix. You can literally just like zoom out the dry and have completely wet. It's the moisture level is definitely quite easy to move. And then there's high pass and low pass filters. The gates, the gates has a smoother threshold, attack, release, all this cool stuff. Why don't we just hop into, let's use AUM first because it's more familiar. And I've just got these really cool little pops. We'll open up a GateVerb and we'll just move it here, open that up. There we go. It looks like we've got the whole thing. So I've got a couple of samples in here. This one is this is Frank from This is the spooky vocals effect. Right? Hey, Doug Kidda. So you can kind of see what we're working with here. But there's and as you're in there, in your vocal thing, I've got a different vocal sample. Let's turn it off completely. We'll move this back to the default. So it's default with the gate off. Let's turn the gate just on. Not much going on there, but let's just hop this down for a second. That's with half dry, half wet. Let's turn the wet completely off and we'll mess, or no. We will, let's just leave it. Well, or let's mess with it. Let's make a huge reverb with a reasonable amount of damping. Just gonna keep playing it. It's a pretty big one. Seems messing with the high pass. That pretty much. See that? Nice. So you can see it's more reflecty. Hey, Robbie Stingle. Rubes. The damping gives it a less kind of screech, like you can hear more of the wet thing. You can make it very wide stereo. Yes, Robbie's on the pulse tonight. This is what it sounds like a person. So let's. Whoa. See, that sounds really. Wow. There we go. We take some of that rattle out of there. There we go. That's just driving me nuts. So, all right. So here's our presets. Now our help means that you can just come in and check each one of those. See, so we already played with reverb size. So obviously that's your that's in every reverb, from a large room to a huge hall to a small room, and you know how that goes. It's just a little bit pop, 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 pop. Is that some text cow? Hey, hey. Woohoo. So, and then the widths, obviously, from mono to wide stereo. Hello, Ed Zielinski. And then, of course, you got, we already went through wet and dry. So your cutoff frequency of a high pass filter, which is applied to the signal sent into the reverb processing. So that it comes in to it's what's coming in. So it cuts off some of that high, and that's what gives you the non-harsh sound. Bloody Ritual, the real Justine Kasperek, you're both here. I am just so pleased to see you. So the low pass filter, it set off the cutoff frequency, which is applied to the output of the reverb processing. So that helps you get that low rumble out of your reverb too. So now here we're going to play with the gate controls. Next, so the gate on and off, that's pretty easy. That's like an active control. It's a soft switch, so you can kind of A/B your effect. You can have a regular gate or a regular on and a regular. You can have a regular reverb and a gated reverb. Hey, Zach Thong, what's up? So the smoothing, now that sets how fast the gate processing responds to changes in the input signal. Lower settings correspond to a fast response time, where higher settings introduce a lag or damping effects to the responsiveness of the gate. Note that the smoothing time also affects the attack and release time, so if you need a really slow attack, try increasing the smoothing too. Exactly. So your threshold, now that's how you set it to open up your gate. If you set it too high, you might not hear any reverb at all. And if you set it too low, you won't get a gate because it'll keep the gate open all the time. So you have to find a spot, and that's a great place to just sit and mess with that. So your attack will set how quickly the gate opens once it's triggered. So at the 0 setting, it'll open immediately. Otherwise, it just opens up gradually, which it can be used to kind of create a swell or a pseudo reverse reverb. Sometimes just having a little bit of the swell prevents the reverb from masking the attack of the dry signal. This is a huge thing for me. This is why I'm actually reading this to you, because when you put it, you're trying to put something on a voice, and you want them to you want your listener to hear the word you're saying, and sometimes that attack of the reverb comes on so fast that it just sounds muddled, and the whole thing sounds sort of stuck in a well. Timmy's in the well, right? So this, like, having a little bit of swell gives you this this chance to sort of get your voice in there, so you could like have a word and then have it kind of smash into nothingness, which is awesome. So release sets how quickly the gate closes after the attack stage. At 0, it closes right back up, depending on your response settings. So a longer release time can be really subtle, and it allows for fine tuning of your reverb tail. Somewhere in the middle is the classic 80s drum type gated reverb effect. So you just double click or double tap on it to get it back to the default. There's options to set all values to default, and there's options to randomize them all. And how easy is that? So there's the default button. So let's get out of help, back to controls, and if you go default, well, randomize, there's a bunch of different stuff, and now hit default, and there it's all back, right? So let's play this with the randomize on. Got a lot of smoothing. Let's take the smoothing down. I'm playing with the threshold. So the attack's way high. Ooh. See? You just play around. And just an easy way. Let's go back to Frank for a minute. Whoops. We can't because we're on the wrong channel. Hey, Scully Pop. What's up? Kitty. You can't just keep getting fed. Hugh Caldwell. What's up, Hugh? Archive Hugh. All right. Let's see. One other thing I wanted to do here was add a space fields, and we can do some really like staccato sounding. Whoops. Now stop that, kitty. So I'm using space fields as an instrument. Let's solo that so you don't hear anything coming through. And I'm going to take the GateVerb off first, and then we're going to go into the sampler here, and we're going to pick one of these percussive sort of noises. We're going to see what happens. So we're already reverbing this in space fields. Now I added the GateVerb, the huge size, no damping. Now we'll see. Let's turn the dry all the way up. This is what it sounds like without any of this special stuff. But see, now you see how it's like much thicker and crazier. We'll turn the dry all the way off and see what's up with just the reverb. Whoa, I hear nothing. Maybe the threshold's up too high. There we go. I turned the attack up. See, now what you hear is just, this is just kind of a crazy thing. Just changing our high pass filters and low pass filters. See, now you've got this kind of dual track going. What? I know, it's crazy. Now let's hit the randomize button again. That's just regular reverb. Now we'll turn the gate on. Yeah, see, that's totally different. I turned the dry off. It's really, it's just, you can do way more with it than you had expected. All right, I think, let's stop this. Stop that. Okay, everything's disabled. Right, that's AUM. Now, Loopy Pro is a little harder, so we'll go to Loopy Pro, get started there. So I'll show you this little thing I've made here. Let's get into our, it's accidentally called Romantic Dolphin. Hey, the Falcro's here. What's up? And I did this for, the fun thing is that I put in, as you can see, this is dialect. Dialect is a source, and dialect is actually how I did this. And I've got, I'll mute dialect, and I'll mute my mic input. Let's see what this is. Monitor mini fuse 2. Yeah, mini fuse 2 input channel 1, which I have. So we can actually use this. Let's see. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Let's add Medusa. Check, 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 check. Check, 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 check. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we'll work with that, but I'm going to put that down for now. I'm going to remute it. There's it's muted. Right. So nothing, if I press play, nothing's going to play because nothing is on. Nothing is set up. Who am I missing? Am I missing someone over here? David. Oh, Live to Fly channel. David. DL. Nice. Yeah, I'll see you guys on the Pulse. I can't be in the chat. Mondays is just not a good day for me to be in chats, but I will be watching. So don't say anything bad about me. No, just kidding. Right now. Okay, so see, the reason that you can't hear anything is because everything's muted. Let's get this kick. Whoa. Hey, why can't I? Oh, it's not. There we go. It's on. Hey, Heathen Granny, what's up? Now, just for fun, we're going to put the effects right here. We're going to put GateVerb on here, and then we're going to play because we can actually use each instrument separately to find out how it sounds on. Yeah, listen to that. That sounds a lot different. Let's open that up. Where are we? We're in the default preset. There's our small room. There's our medium room. Large room. Huge room. Gated snare. Wow. Here's huge gated space. All right, have a productive time. Here's massive attack. Whoa! Echo verb. Super spooky vocals effect. Oh my god, that's really cool. That's really cool on a drum. There's big wet swell. Now there's randomize. We go back, look at the controls. Insane, right? All right, just for fun, let's mute that. Now we'll unmute the snare. There we go. We got our snare. Now we're gonna do a bunch of crazy stuff. We'll just go back and just kind of run through them all again. Here's our default. But anytime you can take any one of these and think, hey, I'd like to tweak this and change it and work with this particular setting. There's your medium room. Large room, huge room. Here's your gated snare. Ooh. Huge gated space. Well, let's look and see what the gated snares controls look like. So we have a 100%. We have our damping at 50. We have our width at 50. 50 wet, 50 dry. High pass filter right at 100. Low pass filter all the way to the top. The gate's on. The attack is all the way down. The threshold's right in the center, minus 48 dB. The smoothing is at 20. It says start here, so you could actually mess around with it. Like, we'll bring the attack up. We'll take the release out, see? Oh man, that short release sounds fucking awesome. Turn the smoothing down just a little. Jenny! See, listen to that. You get the, wow, if you put the low pass filter at like 296, oh my God, it sounds awesome. Sounds nuts. Wow, that's really cool when you turn the high. Just turn that. There's just a lot of wet, hardly any dry. Wow. This is basically, it sounds like you're like smacking on a wet drum head or something. That's just wicked. All right, we're going to go back to presets, and here's huge gated space. Massive attack. Echo verb. Spooky vocals. Can't really hear that so well because it's not in the right. But you can hear it when it gets to the higher parts. Big wet swell. Oh my God, this sounds crazy. All the dry is off. That's quite crazy. Back to presets. Where's randomizing? Randomize again. You can also randomize up here. We'll show the control. This is just smackety smack. All right. Closing that back off. Now we'll put our cymbal on. Pretty cool sounding. Opening that back up. Going back to our default preset. Large room, huge room, gated snare, huge gated space, massive attack, echo verb. Doesn't sound like anything's changing. Here. We got our gate on. This is like a crazy sound. Always fun to run. Turn it all the way off and see. Barely hear anything. It sounds pretty cool. It just sounds like a scraping sound. Turn it way up in the size. Turn the damping down, turn the width up. That sounds wicked cool. Hey, Dynamite, throw dynamite tea. See me rolling on the radio. Here we go. Whoa. You're not hearing the iPad anymore? It's really quiet. Whee! Here's our slice. The slice. This is like a little vocal thing. Let's go over to the synth and there's the slice. Yeah, you're not going to hear much. This is really subtle. But let's try to find. So the slice edit is right down here. Just hop that on. Empirism. Maybe we'll pick something that's more. That's like a bus stop. We'll take this vocal. Yeah, so this one, I don't want to spend a lot of time on it just because it's so small like that, but you could just come in here and get this spooky vocal effect going on it. Funny. All right. Let's go. Merp, 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 merp. Back in here, right? Okay, back to our mixer. Mix those out. That's another little tiny sound. Here, let's get our bass. We could do some crazy stuff with the bass. That one's, I just started with this gated snare one. It's really quiet. See, it's just kind of. That's just the wet sound. Is this working? Oh, it's off. Sorry. There it is. There we go. That's very gated. You definitely on your This sounds crazy. See, that's all by itself. And this is with a bunch of this is just it just whoosh. It just like gives it a really smooshy, 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 swashy sound. I mean, it's up to you to figure out how you use that. Now here's your synth. This is totally wet. Just kind of playing around with them, right? A little bit of damping. Hi, James Myers. He loves it when it's wet. He loves to pour water all over his drums. You could do something really crazy with these. You just gate reverb the heck out of these. See? It's really subtle. Have to make sure we got full sound. Anyway, the vocals is fun, and then we're gonna do a quick record of something. Let's take that. I think we'll go back and take that snare, that gated snare sound. Hey, that sounds kind of cool. Hey, Seagull Rock. What's up? So we're going to come back here and we're going to mute that out and we're going to get this snare back. So now we get out of this mixer, and now you can actually record this. And if you just go in and, so I'm muting dialect, and it's already got this gated reverb effect in it. And now this other thing, it didn't. So see, now I don't like all that. So you can just come down here and clear it. Now I'm going to come up, and since it doesn't have a set length, let's set it for, woohoo. We set it to 8 bars. There we go. And then when it records, it's just going to record 8 bars. Now let's record. Oops, you can't record nothing. Haha. Let's turn this one back off. All right, now. So it's just going to keep going until it's done 8 bars instead of kind of over. I feel like this loop is kind of should be offset differently. Yeah, anyway. So, but see the first one? Okay. So, you can't hear that gated reverb in this top one. So, like, how would I, if I wanted to make gated reverb in my stuff, how would I do that? Let's just shut these off for a second. Now, it doesn't already have it. So this bottom one does, right? The top one doesn't. Yeah, you need a lot more parts for that to start sounding good. So we're in here going, okay, what? So we're in orange here. And we can actually do it this way. Let's go send and make a new bus this way. And here's our new bus. Now we'll come back here to this GateVerb, and we'll like shut this GateVerb off. So you do that with, I think you roll down the thing. Oh yeah, you come down here and shut it off here. Boop. Now, or I could just remove it entirely. So look at this bus A, and now we'll come in here and we'll add some GateVerb. Boop. This is this GateVerb though. It's the same GateVerb. So I can't leave it off. I'll have to turn it on. But I really don't even want to use it necessarily for that one. But we'll have that. We already have dialect muted. So now we're going to come in here. So check this. It says before all effects, before fader, after all effects. So if we just put before all effects, then we'll actually be sending everything on here. Will have more reverb. It will send it, and it will be sending it to the thing by itself without. So you'd just decide whether it's after fader, before all effects. I'm going to leave it where it is. Okay. And then we'll move it up. So now we've got a bunch of stuff sent here. And we're going to come back and we're going to start this one. And we should hear some GateVerb in that. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are some really strange little little things, right? I feel like can you offset them? You may be able to. Phase locked, free. You loop it, playback settings, follow actions. Yeah, we'll just have to deal with them being like the way they are. So yeah, now you've got that, and you can actually so that you can decide how much send you want to go. All right, now I say let's bring in this other vocal thing right here. Bring in the other vocal. And we'll pick vocals as being pink.
Check, 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 check. Check, check. And I'm just going to record something straight from here into a pink loop. And I think we will set the loop to go at least 2 bars, 3 bars, 4 bars. Let's set it to go 8 bars. That way. We do. Now I think. Oops. See, you can hear this in here, so that's bad.
You gotta get rid of it. I'll show you how to do that. It's easy.
We just come over here and we remove the, let's see, input. I don't want that. Here, we'll just mute it. It shouldn't. Maybe we'll turn this back on. Oops. See, you can hear this in here, so that's bad.
Whoa!
We wait till it gets to the top. I'm going to go back to dialect real quick and turn more stuff on. Keeps doing that. I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps doing. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Costa.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Now we're gonna send it over.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
We're gonna bust.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Let's play around with it a little more. That was a little loud. That's crazy, right? Yeah, but you don't want all that on there? You could put down. Let's turn that off. No, 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 no. Now we'll try it again. We're gonna turn off the dial. We'll have to turn off dialect because I can't figure out why I've got all of my. Everything is going to everywhere. Oh wow. Just go with this. What has happened? Hey, Trimmer Bear. So now I put it in with the, I lived it. So now it's in there. See? I turned off GateVerb and it's still GateVerbed. What would happen if we like crazy, right? We go back. See, it's like swelling huge. Go back and check that. We just changed the preset to spooky vocals effect. Let's go back. Little damping. This sounds crazy, right? This is totally no dry. Crazy. get that in the perfect spot where it's like, woo. Anyway, let's see if I can think of any other things I need to show this on. We did it on vocals. We did it on every instrument. We showed it as a send effect and as a and in line effect. So you can set an entire size to do it. Woohoo! If I got some freaking A, this is awesome. 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 It's awesome. Oh God, I muted that out. All right. So I think we've actually covered everything. Unless someone has a question, we've got a few more minutes here to play. If you don't have a question. I don't see any though. I think you get the idea. We showed you in AUM and here you are. It's in your buses, but you could also, hey, let's just quickly, I'll just show you, we'll set up a bus. And we'll go mix bus, receive from bus A. And we'll remove this and instead we'll place send to bus A. So we're sending it, and so it's getting messed with separately. And then you just play, then you will, so you long press that, you select it, and then you long press here and go copy here. So it should be the same, and we'll just... So there we go. So now you can actually, there's your sends too, right on the edge. You can be smushy. Yeah, get GateVerb by Rob Jackson on the App Store, right where Thomas said. Yeah, so that's cool. We did that. I am going to say goodbye to you with my face and let you know what's going on the rest of this week. Hello. It's my face. Oh yeah, man, I probably don't have my redirect set for Jade Star. I think we should do that while we're talking about. So tomorrow, I've got this little piece of paper here, and on it is the keys. It's key feels. It's that ancient thing where the key feels, oh my God, they're so amazing. Like, we're talking musical keys, and there's this stuff, it's from like the 15th or 16th century. It's just ridiculous. It's just some fun stuff that to talk about, and then we're going to be more realistic, and we're just going to talk about how keys feel in different kinds of like, in order for you to use that to make a specific kind of feeling towards your song, if you want to, or if you just wanted to work in reverse and look up the key feel to your key and then maybe write lyrics that have something to do with that. It's all just fun, different ways of getting yourself to be interested, to get yourself like to be thinking outside the box, all this really good stuff. So next up, we've got Jade Star doing, we'll find out. Is it is it melodity? Nope. I bet I could tell if I looked over here. Is Pulse Ripper. I knew it. Immersed. We are immersed. I knew it. It was Jade Star's doing Pulse Ripper. It's a pretty cool little app. It's got some fun. No, oh my gosh. So actually, so she's got two up that say Pulse Ripper. This is just, I noticed this last night, but I was asleep. One, there's There's Echo, Flower, and Pulse Ripper, and they both say Pulse Ripper in the description, just so you know. All right, my friends, it's been awesome. So come back tomorrow for Leelaversity, and we'll learn about key feels. And then, of course, Wednesday for in frets, playing my guitar. And on Friday night, in the wee hours of the morn, I shall be doing the midnight chill, as one does. As one does. So, my friends, once I press the end to this stream, you will be auto-magically removed forward to the exciting and beautiful world of Jade Star in order that you may watch her demonstrate this super cool app called Pulse Ripper. So, big love, everybody, and all the peace that you can carry. Carry it around, give it out. Thank you so much. Bye bye.